Yes, as I already introduced myself, students, this is Vimla Balsundaram, teacher from Dharavi TC Municipal English, school number 2. So before starting with the today's session, we'll introduce with a good thought. Okay. Now, our President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has said, without your involvement, you cannot succeed. With your involvement, you can't fail. Now, what does it mean? That your hard work and your efforts are always needed. That means your involvement. You should put up your efforts and hard work in order to get a success. Okay. Now, if you're putting your involvement, then definitely you can't fail or you can't win, lose your hopes. Okay. So it's a good thought for today. Now, let us move to our topic. Now, children, tell me, how many members are there in your family? Yes, children, can anyone answer? How many members are there in your family?
Four.
Yes,
Four.
yes, dear. 4. Okay, there are 4 members in your family. Now tell me, whom do you like the most in your family?
Papa.
Okay, you love dad. Okay, good. What all the things you like from your dad?
He play with me.
Okay, he plays with you. Okay. Now, whom else apart from your papa you like the most? Okay. Who takes care of you at home?
Mummy.
Yes. Who is taking care of you at home? It's your mama. She is taking a proper care of you at home. Yes. Who prepares the food for you, my dear child? Who prepares the food for you all? Yummy, yummy food.
Mummy.
Yes, it's a mama who prepares a yummy food for you all. Now tell me, who makes you ready to school?
Mummy.
Yes, exactly. It's the mama who makes you ready to school. Yes, my dear children. Can you guess what we are going to learn it today?
Poem.
Yeah, yes. We are going to learn a poem. Now, I have asked you a question: who takes care of you, who prepares the food for you, and who makes you ready to the school? Now, what answer you have given me? It's a mama. So, today the poem which we are going to learn, it's all about our mother. So, our today's poem is Only One Mother. So, our beautiful poem about a mother, today we are going to learn it. All are ready? All are ready to learn it? Okay, now you're going to sing with me. Okay. Hundreds of stars in the pretty sky.
Hundreds of stars in the pretty sky.
Hundreds of shells on the shore together.
Hundreds of shells on shore together.
Hundreds of birds that go singing by.
Hundreds of birds that go singing by.
Hundreds of birds in the sunny weather.
Hundreds of birds in sunny weather.
Yes. Hundreds of dewdrops to greet the town.
Hundreds of dewdrops to greet the dawn.
Hundreds of bees in the purple clover.
Hundreds of bees in the purple clover.
Hundreds of butterflies on the lawn.
Hundreds of butterflies on the lawn.
But only one mother the wild world over.
But only one mother the wild world over.
Yes, very good. Now, shall we sing once again?
Yes.
Yeah. So, hundreds of stars in the pretty sky.
Hundreds of stars in the pretty sky.
Hundreds of shells on the shore together.
Hundreds of shells on the shore together.
Hundreds of birds that go singing by.
Hundreds of birds that go singing by.
Hundreds of birds in the sunny weather.
Hundreds of birds in the sunny weather.
Hundreds of dewdrops to greet the town.
Hundreds of dewdrops to greet the dawn.
Hundreds of bees in the purple clover.
Hundreds of bees in the purple clover.
Hundreds of butterflies on the lawn.
Hundreds of the butterflies on the lawn.
But only one mother the wide world over.
But only one month at the wild roll over.
Yes, very good, my dear child. Now we are going to learn the meaning of this poem stanza wise. Okay. So, in the first stanza, are beautiful lines in this. Can anyone read this first stanza?
Can I read?
Yeah, dear.
Hundreds of stars in the pretty sky. Hundreds
Yes.
of shells are shore together.
Okay. Now, in the first line, what has been said? What is there? Hundreds of in this picture. What could you see?
Stars.
Yes, there are hundreds of stars in the pretty sky. What the poet is telling that there are hundreds of stars in the sky. And the sky is very pretty. Pretty means what? It's been wonderful and beautiful. In the beautiful sky, there are hundreds of stars are there. And in the next line, what is explaining? There are hundreds of, what is this?
Shells.
Yes. So is also telling there are hundreds of shells on the shore together. Now what is telling that in the lakes or the pond, shore means what? It's a lake or the pond where the water it's been existed. Okay. So that places there are hundreds of shells are present. So in the first two lines of the poem, what the poet is telling is there are hundreds of stars in this beautiful sky, and even there are hundreds of shells on the shores. Where is the stars, my dear children? Where is the stars present?
Pretty sky.
In the pretty sky. And where is the shells are present?
Shore.
On the shores. Very good. So, what the poet wants to tell is, in this beautiful world, there are hundreds of stars and there are hundreds of shells on the shores. Okay. Now, what are the next lines he wants to tell? We'll see. Now, in the first stanza, third line, what it's telling, hundreds of birds that go singing by. So in this picture, you could see there are the hundreds of birds that they are flowing and they are flying singing. Okay. And even there are hundreds of birds in the sunny weather. Now, what the poet wants to tell is there are hundreds of birds. They are been singing in this beautiful world, and we could see this beautiness of this birds that are flying together. The flocks of birds are been flying together, and they have been singing a beautiful songs. Okay, and even there are the hundreds of birds in the sunny weather. Now, what has been the sunny? It's a very bright and shiny. That means the sun is shining very brightly. It's the daytime and the sun is shining very brightly. And at that period, all these birds, they are singing very fluently and they were flying. Okay, and the weather is what? It's the atmospheric condition. How is the weather condition? It's been very pleasant. Now, who all are singing? Who have been singing and flying over there in this pictures?
Birds.
Yes, it's the birds that they are singing. And how is the weather in this?
Sunny.
Yes, the weather is very sunny. Now, can you tell the meaning? What is meant by sunny?
Bright and sunshine.
Yes, the sunny meaning is bright and very sunshiny. Okay. Now, our second stanza, what our second stanza is going to tell us is, can you read it?
Can I?
Yes.
Hundreds of dewdrops to greet the down. Hundreds of bees in the purple cloth.
Yes. So, in the second stanza, our first line, what the poet wants to tell is there are hundreds of dewdrops. Have you all seen the dewdrops, my dear children? As it's a winter season now you could in the early morning, if you go for a walking, you could see a small water droplets on the leaves of the plants. So it's been very beautiful things to see. Okay, now in this picture also you could see there are hundreds of dewdrops to greet the down. Now, what means to greet means it is welcoming. Whom it's welcoming? It is welcoming the daylight. That means it's the time of the morning time and the sun is going to shine it. So, our dewdrops, whom it's welcoming? The dewdrops, it's welcoming the day. Okay, so it's the poet wants to tell us that it's the morning time and all these hundreds of dewdrops, they are welcoming the day. And with that, he is also explaining to us that there are hundreds of bees in the purple clover. Now, the purple clover is what? It's a one kind of a plant. Clover is a one kind of a plant. And in that plant, who is sitting? Who is sitting in the plant? A bee is sitting. Who is sitting? A bee is sitting. So what the poet is telling that in a purple clover, he could see the hundreds of bees and they were just sucking the very tastiest juices from that flowers. They have been sucking the nectars. Okay. So all these things is been explaining to us. So there are hundreds of dewdrops was welcoming the day and the hundreds of bees who have been sitting in the purple clover. And in the next lines, what he wants to tell is hundreds of butterflies on the lawn. And what he wants to tell, there are hundreds of butterflies on the lawn. Have you all seen the butterflies? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Where you have seen? Okay, there are hundreds of butterflies ever flying on the lawn. But only one mother the wide world over. Now, what the poet is telling, that there are hundreds of butterflies in the open places which is being covered with the grasses. Okay, so there the poet could see the hundreds of butterflies on the lawn, but only one mother the wide world over. He could see hundreds of things, hundreds of animated objects he could see, elements, natural elements he could see in this entire world. But there is only one mother in this whole world. You could have hundreds of things with you, but there will be only one mother in this entire world. So the poet wants to tell us that only, that in this environment, in this whole world, we could see so many beautiful things, and they have been present, so many things will be there. But apart from all these things, we are having only one mother in this whole world. And it is our mother who takes a proper care, and she's the only person in this whole world who loves you, who cares you, and she's always behind you. In each and everything, she is the only person who will stand beside you. Okay, so it is only our mother who will always take care, and she will only the person who will always hold your hands and show you the right path. Okay, so in this two stanzas, we have learned that the poet just wants to convey us the meaning that there are so many things in this world, but we are having only one mother, the pure soul, that is our mother. Okay, now we will do the summary of this poem. Can anyone read the first line?
Sir.
Yes,
I, madam,
yes,
sorry.
yeah. Read.
The poem is written by J.
George Cooper.
Gerard.
Yes, George Cooper. Repeat it, George Cooper.
The poem is written by George Cooper.
Yes. Okay. Now we have learned the poem. Two stanzas we have learned it. Who has written this poem? The poem is written by the poet George Cooper. Okay. The poet name is George Cooper. He is the person who has written this beautiful poem about mother. Okay. Now read the second line.
It is very beautiful poem which tells us that mothers cannot be replaced,
Replaced.
replaced by anything in this entire world.
Yes. So it is a very beautiful poem. It's a very beautiful poem, and in this poem, which conveys us the meaning that mother cannot be replaced, that mother's place no one can take it in this entire world. Mother is a mother and she will be the purest person and purest soul in this whole world. Okay, now again in this poem we have seen so many things. Okay, so what all the things we have seen? Read it the third point.
There are many things we could see
In this
in this world,
world.
such as hundreds of stars in the sky, hundreds of
Yes,
ships on their shore, hundreds of birds that go singing by, hundreds of dewdrops gathered by, hundreds of butterflies on the pond.
yes. So in this poem we have seen many natural elements in this world, and they are hundreds of stars. We could see the hundreds of stars in the sky, and there are many shells are present on the shores. And with that, we could see that the flocks of birds, that means the collection, hundreds of birds that are going singing. And at the last, we could see that there are hundreds of dewdrops who is welcoming the daytime. And even there are the hundreds of butterflies on the lawn. So all these beautiful things we could see in this world. But among all this, what the last line it's been saying? Just read it, my dear. Anyone could read the last line?
Yes, I.
Yes.
But among all these things, for a child there is only one mother in the whole world who gives and you
Abundant love.
abundant love and care.
Yes. Among all these things, we could see many things in this world. But apart from all these things, for a child, there is only one mother in this world who could give a love and care. Okay, she is the only person who could give us a proper care and proper love to us. So it is a very beautiful poem. It has been written by the George Cooper, and it is just saying that mother is the important person in everyone's life, and she is the only person who give us the love, and she always shows us the good path. Okay, now here are some few new words. Okay, anyone could read the first one? Pretty. Okay, repeat after me. Pretty. Pretty.
P-R-A-T-T-Y, pretty.
Yes. Next word is shore. S-H-O-R-E, shore.
Sure. S-H-O-R-E, sure.
Yes. Next one, together.
Together.
T-O, yes,
T-O-G-E-T-H-E-R, together.
yes. T-O-G-E-T-H-E-R, together. Next
Next,
one, singing.
singing. S-I-N-G-I-N-G, singing.
Very good. Next one,
Weather.
weather.
Weather. W-E-A-T-H-E-R, weather.
Yes, W-E-A-T-H-E-R, weather. Next one, close.
Close.
C-L-O.
C-L-O-V-S, close.
Yes, C-L-O-V-E-S, close. Next one, dawn.
Dawn. D-A-W-N, one.
Yes. Next one is the poet named George Cooper.
George Cooper. George. George. Cooper. Cooper. George Cooper.
Yes, George Cooper. Yes, it is the pretty sure together singing weather close down down George Cooper. Okay, so once read it all the words.
Okay, teacher.
Yes,
Pretty.
read. Yes,
Sure.
yes.
Together.
Very good.
Singing.
Yes,
Weather.
yes,
Close.
yes.
Van.
Very good.
George Cooper.
Very good. Okay. Now, can you tell me the rhyming words for the sky?
Sky. Fly.
Yes. Weather.
Together.
Very good. Dawn.
Uh, one. 2 minutes, teacher.
Yes. Where you could see the butterflies?
In the van. Van.
What?
Van. Lawn.
Lawn. Okay. Very good. Now, next one, clover.
Over. Over.
Yes. So, the rhyming word for the sky is?
Sky is by.
Sky is by. Weather.
Together.
Yes. Dawn.
Lawn.
Lawn. Clover.
Over.
Over. So these are the rhyming words we have seen. Now, here you could imagine and give the answer. Where you could see the hundreds of animals.
In the zoo.
Yes, you could see hundreds of animals in the zoo. Can you tell me where you could see the hundreds of flowers?
In the garden.
Yes. Where you could see the hundreds of children?
On the street.
On the street?
No, in the school.
Yes. And hundreds of pictures?
On the street.
Yes. Okay. So you could see the hundreds of animals in the zoo, hundreds of flowers in the garden, hundreds of children in the school, hundreds of pictures on the street. Can you frame the poem from these lines?
Yes.
Yeah, frame it.
Hundreds of animals in the zoo. Hundreds of flowers in the garden. Hundreds of children in the school. Hundreds of pictures on the street.
Very good, my dear child. Now it's time for questions. Okay. Now tell me, where do you see the stars?
In the sky.
Yes, in the sky. Can anyone others can answer? Any others wants to answer? Where do you see the stars?
Teacher, in the sky.
In the sky. Okay. Now, where are the shells found? where you see the shells.
In the shore.
On the shores, you could see the shells. So shells are found on the shores. Okay. What are the birds doing in the poem?
Singing.
Yes. What is the birds are doing? The
Singing.
birds are singing. The birds are singing in the poem. Who is the worldwide ever?
Mother.
Yes, it's the mother. She is the worldwide ever. When do you see the dewdrops?
Mm, Down.
Yes, in the down you could see the dew drops. Now you have to complete this. What you have to do it is, you have to. Here I have given certain words. Okay. Now to make it a very meaningful, you have to either add er or or. Either you add er or or to this word to make it very meaningful word. Okay. Now, what you could add it for the first one?
Ear.
You're going to add the
Ear.
er. And what word it has been framed?
Feather. Father.
It's feather or father?
Father.
Yes. What's the spelling of father?
Father.
Yes. Now, next one. What you are going to add it? Er or or?
Ear.
Er. Yes, I'm adding er. Is it correct, you see? It's a wrong. Er won't come. Here, or will come. And what the word has become? Sailor. Can you tell me who is a sailor?
Yes.
Who is sailor? Whom we say the sailor?
Who sell the things?
Sailor who sails the boat. Okay. Who's rowing the boat? To them we are saying sailor. Okay. And the seller who sells the thing, they are called as the seller. It is a sailor. Okay. Next one. DOCTER or OR?
Ear.
What is the spelling of doctor?
DOCTER.
It's a OR, doctor. Okay. It's not ER. It's a OR. Now, next one, FARM, ER or OR? What will come?
Ear.
Yes, it's a ER. And what the word has been framed?
Farmer.
Yes, it's a farmer. Okay. Next one, SING. What we
Ear.
will add?
Ear.
ER. Very good. We will add it ER. And what the word has become?
Singer.
Singer. Very good. Now next one, the last one. What is that?
Teach. Ear.
Teach. Yes. We will add it ER. And it has become a teacher. So can you read all the words one time?
Yes.
Yes.
Father, sailor, doctor, farmer, singer, teacher.
Yes. So these are all the words father, sailor, doctor, farmer, singer, and teacher. So we have done the complete the following words with the ER or the OR. Okay. Now, next, it's a home assignment for you all. Now, what you're going to do it is you're going to prepare a beautiful greeting card. What you're going to do it? You're going to prepare a beautiful greeting card to your mother, and you will show how much you have been loving her. Okay, so you have to prepare, all of you have to prepare a beautiful greeting card.
Is
Okay,
homework?
yes, it is the homework for you all. With in a very beautiful chart, you have to make it very decorative and innovative greeting card for your mother. Okay. Okay, my dear children. Thank you so much.